So, Ncuti Gatwa's costume for the 15th Doctor has been revealed, and I think I really like it. Now, initially I was quite shocked, surprised, and a bit taken aback by it, because it wasn't at all what I was expecting. I was expecting something a bit louder, sort of more eccentric, but this is quite relaxed, casual, and a bit understated, but I really like it and I think it works really well. I think the sort of brown jacket and trousers look really nice, and the orange works well to give it that sort of slightly eccentric vibe, but not too much, and I just think it's a really good shade of orange and it works well to complement the rest of the costume. If anything, this look almost kind of reminds me of Christopher Eccleston's, because that was also just a jacket and a jumper. Not like, the same jacket and jumper, but it's in that same vein. And I think Rusty Davies has had a thing of making sure the Doctor just wears clothes as opposed to a costume, so I think this more casual, understated look fits in well with that philosophy, and I think works really well for Ncuti Gatwa. It also just has a load of little accessories you wouldn't see when you first look at it, because he's got like a necklace on, but he's also got like a load of rings as well, which I think makes sense. That's very sort of Ncuti Gatwa and a bit more on the eccentric side. So although it looks initially quite sort of understated, there are quite a few of these eccentric elements to it. I also do just find it quite funny, because I thought of Jodie Whittaker's regeneration, or Peter Capaldi's regeneration, when he regenerated and then his ring fell to the floor because it was far too big for Jodie Whittaker. So if Ncuti Gatwa regenerates into someone with much smaller hands than him, then there will just be like 7 different rings falling off, which I just think would be really funny. I think as well, this costume will definitely just get a bunch of variants. I don't think this will be the final design seen in anything but like his first episode. I think this will just be the base with extra things layered on top, so I think he'll get extra accessories, maybe a scarf or something around his neck. That would work really well for the costume. If there was one thing I was going to criticise this costume for, it does kind of feel like it needs something else as well, like a scarf, just to make it perfect, but I think as it is, it looks good, and I feel like scarves and things and extra variants will come in later. I also really hope that this costume does get a lot of variations, because with Jodie Whittaker's costume, although I really liked it, she did just wear the exact same thing for every single episode. I know like the top changed colour occasionally or whatever, but it wasn't to the extent of something like Matt Smith, where he got a new coat for a few series, or David Tennant, where he had the blue suit sometimes and the brown suit. Jodie Whittaker's one just had very minimal changes. It just felt exactly the same each week. So I'm hoping Ncuti Gatwa gets something more along the lines of Matt Smith's different coats, or David Tennant's different suits. Maybe he can get different jumpers, but also a different sort of plaid patterned coat as well. I think that would work. Alongside this, we also got a look at Millie Gibson in her costume. I don't really have that much to say on that. It was pretty much what I was expecting. I think it looks good, and it's sort of exactly what you'd expect from a character like hers, but, needless to say, I just think they both look really good. They also released a sort of behind-the-scenes-esque video of Ncuti and Millie, and I think that was just really fun. You can tell they're really good friends already, and they have lots of chemistry together, and you can tell instantly that they're just going to be a really good Doctor and companion pairing. And presumably they've revealed these costumes because they are filming in public very soon. I think actually there were some reports of filming, but they had very tight security, so there aren't any photos or really concrete details about it. So presumably at some point there will be public filming where photos of this costume would be revealed, so they wanted to get ahead of that and put it out beforehand. Oh, also the moustache. How did I forget to mention the moustache? The first main Doctor with facial hair, because obviously John Hurt had a beard. But yeah, no, he had a moustache in the 60th teaser, but then hasn't had it since for any of the promotional stuff, so I didn't know whether he was going to have it, but he does have the moustache, so first Doctor with facial hair. I also think it looks much better with a moustache, so I'm glad he's got it. Oh, whatever happened to the wellies we were promised by whichever newspaper it was that said Ncuti was going to have wellies? Honestly, disappointed. Worst Doctor Who costume ever, no wellies. Honestly, will wellies actually work? I kind of want to see that now. Can they have wellies as a variant for one episode, please? Thank you. But needless to say, those are my thoughts. Leave yours down in the comment section below. Please remember to like and subscribe. But in the meantime, I've been Cyberman Alf, and from me for now, it's goodbye.